my guest at this time, Shotgun.
I hate to cut you off real quick, AJ, but I gotta say something, man. Godderz, do you feel that? I feel this power. It's like the power of the gun and the pecs.
I feel something.
Yeah,
I feel something.
I
was right. I was right.
Well, we were both right. We're becoming such a guntacular team, don't you think?
A what?
A guntacular team.
You mean a PECtacular gun team?
What? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. Fact is, we got one win in the books. We're going to get another one tonight against LOB.
That we do.
Yeah.
You know what? You told me about it, and I was right. And then you're like, hey, let's maybe do it this way. And I was like, I was still right. And then we won, and I'm like, hey, I'm right. And you were like, yeah, but I kind of like pitched it to you. And it was like, all right, yeah. And I was like, yeah, but I was right, you know. So I'm just glad that finally you're listening to me. You know, we're coming around.
Hey, Godderz, it's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's no I in team, right?
It's about the W.
It's us. It's about that W. So let's go get another one tonight, man.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Fans back!
Click, click, boom.
Back to you guys.
Shotgun Tony Gunn! And their opponent, introducing first, from Jonesboro, Arkansas, he is the Arkansas Roughnecks, Shotgun Tony Gunn! Yeah, you're looking at the best there is. Yeah, you're looking at the best there is. Give me all you got because the cheap shots away. Yeah, you're looking at the best there is. Yeah, you're looking at the best there is. Give me all you got until we got money. Yeah, you're looking at the best there is.
Jessie Godderz.
Jessie Godderz.
Jessie Godderz.
And his tag team partner from Hollywood, California, Mr. PECtacular, Jessie Godderz.
Brian, the man with the $1 million smile and the $1 billion pecs. Mr. PECtacular seems to be on cloud nine, and rightfully so, because it seems like finally these two all-time greats are on the same page, and you gotta wonder what is next for these two.
Steve, Jessie Godderz and Tony Gunn must have called Stella because on the last episode on OVWppv, they found a way to get their groove back and pick up their first win since reuniting as a tag team. And Steve, it's funny because the first couple of weeks, I mean, Jessie Godderz demanded he was the leader, said they do it his way, said he could call the shots. This past week, Tony Gunn said, look, let's try it my way. Let's try actually fighting a match instead of cheating all the time. And you know what? They picked up a big W, but a big W doesn't mean a lot when you're standing across the ring from two of the biggest men I've ever seen, Steve Michaels and Big Zo. Might as well be standing across the ring from two Dodge Rams.
Looks like they're trying to high-five there. I don't know if Mr. PECtacular knows necessarily the gestures of friendship.
I don't think anyone's ever tried to high-five Jessie Godderz. He might take that as a sign of attack. Kind of like when a gorilla shows their teeth.
Right.
You don't smile at a gorilla, you know that? See the teeth, they see it as a sign of attack. Oh, hold on, Tony Gunn, collar and elbow tie with Steve Michaels. But Tony Gunn's one of the best in the sport, bar none. But locking up collar and elbow with Steve Michaels.
I mean, it's 7 foot, 400 pounds, regardless of how good you are. I mean, the dude's a damn brick wall.
Yeah, you can lock up with Godzilla, but it ain't going to do much good. But Tony Gunn, I'll give it to him, not backing down an inch.
Jessie Godderz voluntarily got in the ring against a man the size of Steve Michaels.
And if you look if you look at Godderz's face, I think he just realized that same fact, Steven.
He's going for it. I mean, a test of strength, that guy's big, but I mean, we're talking about Mr. PECtacular here.
Oh, there we go, PECtacular knowing. Smart move, knows that test of strength wasn't going to do any well. Just chops down big Steve Michaels and then goes for the test of strength. You know what? It's effective, I guess.
Well,
so hold on.
How effective was it?
Oh my God, Steve Michaels locking his eyes on Godderz as he twists that wrist into oblivion. You see Godderz screaming for Gunn. Two wrists. Look at the giant meatball hand of Steve Michaels. He's got both of Godderz's hands in one mitt.
The psycho look in the eyes of the big Chicago Bear. Jessie Godderz able to get out right in time.
Oh, Chicago Bear. Steve Michaels just caught Tony Gunn mid-cross body.
And Tony Gunn is no small potato.
And guys, ooh. Tony Gunn finds a way to get some offense in on Steve Michaels, who's been just unstoppable in the early goings of this tag team matchup. Hold on.
Well, uh-oh.
Steve Michaels looking very impressive tonight, Steve. Very no-nonsense, not trying to make any mistakes, methodical, slow. I mean, he's the bear of the LOB, and you're seeing him right now pick apart his prey as opposed to getting too excited and making a mistake.
Very methodical, and another man who used to work very methodical, but now this man with a lot more speed over the last 6 months, looking in fantastic shape, is Big Zo.
Big Zo, the juggernaut of the LOB, a powder keg with legs, if you ask me. I mean, the man is explosive offense personified. He's an unstoppable force and an immovable object rolled into one.
Speaking of unstoppable force, right now Tony Gunn seems impervious to the offense of Big Zo.
Tony Gunn loving it in there, though, against this juggernaut. Taking those right hands, and this is firing Tony Gunn up. Look at this guy. Loves to fight, now dropping those southpaws. Tony Gunn called a roughneck for good reason, Steve.
Oh, big chin breaker now off the ropes.
Oh, Tony Gunn, all the momentum in the world, but Big Zo, the power and size, just playing too much of an ace.
Oh, thankfully for Tony Gunn, got knocked right into the corner where he was able to make an easy tag, but right now Jessie Godderz realizing.
Now, Steve Godderz, no slouch in the power department. I mean, you can tell that by his physique, but look at Big Zo. The man is an absolute monster. How are you going to defeat that center of gravity? How are you going to defeat a man with that sort of thickness? How do you fight a wall?
It's a challenge that very few men have been able to conquer.
Ooh. Big Zo, and Steve, Big Zo in the best shape of his life and still an absolute brick house. Lost some weight, but gained some muscle. Ooh, look at that tag from Tony and Jessie. Look at that teamwork. Oh my God.
Beautiful high-low by Team Guntacular? I don't know, we're still working on it.
PECtacularGUNNs, what a great sequence there to get Big Zo down, but still only a 1 count on the juggernaut.
Again, excellent tag team wrestling, but you gotta wonder, is this a mistake? Trying to get this 300 pounder.
Tony Gunn was trying to set up for taking out the trash, but Big Zo, was able to get out of it, and Tony Gunn got out of that. Okay, keeping that quick tag going between Godderz and Gunn now, Steve. You saw that teamwork starting to come into play, and actually looks like it's doing a good job on Big Zo.
Godderz looking for a sunset flip.
Big Zo, oh my God! Nobody home.
The pool was empty. Jessie Godderz got out of the way in the nick of the time. Huge enziguri.
Big Zo on spaghetti legs here, and Jessie Godderz going for those spaghetti legs.
Those are some big-ass strands of spaghetti. Is he going to be able to get him in the California crab? He's got it locked
California
in.
crab, a pasta of pain, but Big Steve Michaels getting involved, breaking up the submission hold.
Tony Gunn with the aerial maneuvers here on Big Steve Michaels.
Hold on, though. Tony Gunn, though, doing Jessie Godderz no favors, allowing LOB to double team Jessie Godderz based on that distraction.
You see Josh Ashcraft berating him there at ringside.
Josh Ashcraft berating, directing the traffic of this mayhem. I mean, Josh Ashcraft, mastermind of the massacre, knows how to get championships, knows how to get wins. You got to think. He talked to Zo and Big Steve before they come out here. Former heavyweight champions at our disposal here, boys. Let's make a name for LOB again. Here we go, tag in. Steve Michaels and Big Zo now have isolated Jessie Godderz and are cutting that ring in half, keeping him away from Tony Gunn and driving that shoulder into the midsection.
I'm noticing every week that these two tag team together, and not only Jessie and Tony, also Big Zo and Big Steve. Every week they are getting better. They're getting more cohesive. Their moves are more fluid. Their tags are more fluid. We're seeing it here tonight. Jessie Godderz in huge trouble and in the wrong corner.
Well, I think Steve Michaels and Big Zo are accentuating their strengths right now. I think Josh Ashcraft has them in a good mindset. I mean, Big Zo, you're the power, you're the speed, you're the explosiveness. Steve Michaels, take your time. Don't try to be fast because you don't need to be. You're 7 feet, 500 pounds. Just take it slow and beat him down.
Jessie Godderz in a vulnerable position right here. Big Zo maybe looking to wrap it up.
Big Zo looking to wrap Jessie Godderz up. Godderz needs that tag. He needs it so bad because Big Zo is squeezing the life out of Jessie Godderz right now, who is going limp on the shoulders of Big Zo. But you see Gunn calling for that tag, crying for that tag. Jessie Godderz trying to fight out of this, but again, it's Big Zo. Ooh, clap the ears.
Able to break the vice-like grip, but then the big bear with a huge knee right into the back of Mr. PECtacular.
Ooh, World Zoe Slam. That might be enough right there.
That was nearly it, ladies and gentlemen. The LOB almost picked up a huge win.
Big Zoe didn't get all the weight down. Jessie Godderz, you saw that gap between their chests, and that might have been the inch that didn't do it for Big Zoe. Just that little bit of weight not being put on Godderz allowed him to miss that 3 count.
When you're in the ring with somebody like Mr. PECtacular, when you're in the ring with somebody like Shotgun Tony Gunn,
wow,
you need to be at 110%. The slightest gap in your work, they will take advantage of it.
Godderz just ran into 2 parts tanks. Those feet of Steve Michaels and Big Zoe didn't move, but Godderz went down like a sack of bricks. Oh, Big Steve Michaels, ooh! You see, the first time Big Steve Michaels runs in this, Steve, and he made a mistake. That's why he's been taking his time. He's been pacing himself this whole time. Steve Michaels does not need to run. He just needs to maim.
Oh, he's a big guy, so when he runs, it's not fast. But by God, the impact he makes, regardless of whether it's on him or somebody else, is huge.
Headbutt, but nobody home. Steve Michaels went for all of it, and you paid sometimes. When you put your chips on the table, you lose. Oh, nobody home, and then Jessie Godderz gets the tag to Tony Gunn.
Dove halfway across the ring, desperation tag made, and now Shotgun is in.
Gunn trying to take it to both members of the LOB to keep these guys off center, off keel.
Lighting everybody up, and you gotta think, later on, the tag team championships are on the line. Both of these teams have their eye on tonight's matchup.
Big Zoe reversed that Irish whip, but no, Tony Gunn, wow, taking Big Zoe down to the mat.
Big air on that clothesline, takes Big Zoe down, and another one in the corner.
Tony Gunn in there like a house of fire, Steve. He's like a gun ready to blow. Gunn calling for the knee in the corner here. Oh, like a cannon shot. Tony Gunn just kicks some memories out of Big Zoe there.
Right into the face of Big Zoe. Is he looking for the kill shot? No, not yet. Neck breaker. But you gotta think that kill shot is getting lined up.
A beautiful neck breaker. Posterize that, as the kids would say. Wow. Tony Gunn going for the kill shot. Oh, pounce! Pounce from Big Steve Michaels.
That kill shot went nowhere. Tony Gunn turned inside out by the big Chicago Bear, and then the sleeper.
Steve Michaels playing to the crowd, playing to the camera, and Jessie Godderz making him pay, capitalizing, and honestly, saving his tag team partner.
Looking to take the air out of the Giant. Is he going to be able to do it?
Steve, this is the first time I've seen Jessie Godderz save anyone but himself. And that Jessie Godderz trying to cut off that blood supply to the brain, but Steve Michaels knew what he was trying, and
I was going to say, and just like that, splatted in the corner.
Hold on.
There we are, back to back.
We saw this last week on OVWppv, Steve, and they were successful. Can they do it again here? Gunn and Godderz, like rabid animals in a corner, and that's when they're most dangerous. Oh! LOB they just clotheslined each other.
And then an LOB sandwich with the drop kicks. Tony Gunn going to the top rope.
You know what's in an LOB sandwich? Lots of beef. Oh, Tony Gunn from that top rope with the knee. Steve Michaels still on his feet, though. Hold on.
What in the hell do they have in mind here?
Gunn and Godderz working in tandem.
That's a big bag of trash they're looking to take out. Will they be able to do it?
It's trash day! It's trash day at Derby City Destruction, and Tony Gunn and Godderz just took it to the curb. Hold on, Big Zoe, double clothesline attempt, nope. Gunn and Godderz working as a well-oiled machine here, Steve. These guys are kicking every butt in the LOP. Oh, double accident there from off the apron from Godderz, or from Gunn.
Big Zoe shook, and then there's the spear. Will it be enough?
Ashcraft trying to break up the pin, but still.
Match, the team of Tony Gunn and Jessie Godderz.
Huge win for Team Guntacular. The PECtacularGUNNs, whatever you want to call it, it's a success. These guys looking to get back on top, and by God, they've almost got it.
You can call them whatever you want, Steve, but tonight you will call Jessie Godderz and Tony Gunn the winners of this tag team matchup. Hold on, looks like Tony Gunn's got something on his mind. I hear something from the PECtacularGUNNs, or the Guntacular ones.
We're getting there, patent pending.
I also had Jesse-Oni. It's like Jessie and Tony together. It's
What
not
do you
good.
guys think about that, huh? Godderz, I don't know if you know, buddy, But right now, we're 2-0. What do you think about that, huh? Now, Jesse, you and I go way back. We used to tag over a year ago. I know all about you, what you're about, all the fans, beautiful people watching at home, watching OVW pay-per-view. I know this man. A lot of you think that he's no good, but deep down inside, I know who you are, and I think these people do too.
Jesse Godderz just got cheered for.
With that being said, Godderz, if these people approve, let's seal the deal. You and I, the PECtacularGUNNs. Let's do it.
Jesse Godderz, Tony Gunn, they're making it official, putting a name on it. If you like it, then you should have put a name on it, and Tony Gunn's trying. What a top rope handshake. All right, PECtacularGUNNs, it's official. Look at this celebration. This is the first time I think people have screamed at Jessie, or for Jessie, not at Jessie. PECtacularGUNNs, Steve, they might be the best there is.
Jesse made a friend, and I don't think he knows how to handle it. By God, all the emotion in the world. I have never seen a man that happy. Right.